Geometry Dash is a game very well known for its hard levels, the demon difficulty being the biggest way many improve their skill at the game, constantly pushing their limits. And because of that, its hardest levels are some of its most recognizable, with levels such as Tidal Wave, Bloodbath, and Limbo being popular. These levels are called Top 1 levels, or Top 1s, and have been ranked on a list of difficulties since the demon difficulty has existed. And in 2017, the Pointer Create Demon list was made, and since then has become the definitive way that demons have been ranked. The hardest levels have become some of the most iconic levels in the game, and due to that, pretty much every top 1 that releases is instantly recognizable. However, there's a top 1 level that pretty much everyone has forgotten about, and feels like it was erased from history, as if it never existed. You most likely don't remember it either. This is the story of the forgotten top 1, Isotope. So, what's the history behind this level? Isotope is an Extreme Demon Mega Collab that started back in 2019. It was hosted by the creator Dryanox, who started playing GD in 2016. However, he only played casually for about a year, after which he tried attempting to beat some demons. However, he was only able to beat a few that were on the easier side, so he tried creating, and made a few levels that were frankly fresh out of the recent tab. When it happened, he uploaded the preview to his channel for a level called Temple Travel, claiming it was his 7th attempt at decorating, meaning he had only ever made 7 levels before. While it was unfinished, it quickly gained popularity for its unique style and the fact that it was only his 7th ever level. However, after gaining traction in the community, he decided to host a mega collab with one goal. That goal? Make the next top 1. So he assembled a team and got to work, each creator bringing their own style, yet still fitting the theme very well. And in late 2019, after 7 months of work, the level was finished and ready to be verified. However, Dryanox didn't know who to pick to verify his level. After all, it would be the new hardest, and he wanted to make sure it would be verified before another one was. So he had to pick the best of the best. And at the time, that was Diamond Blitz. Diamond Blitz hadn't verified any top 1s, but had quite a few in the top 25 and had beaten the second hardest level at the time, which was Crimson Planet, and in a lot less attempts than you'd think, only taking 16,000, when most took over 25,000 to beat it, so it's no surprise that he went with Diamond Blitz. This would be good for both Diamond Blitz and Dryanox, as Diamond Blitz would be able to verify his first top 1 level, and Dryanox would be able to have a level that he created become the top 1 level. So, the stream started. Progress started normally, as Stream 1 was just a practice stream, though he did play from 0 and got 5%, which considering the stream was only an hour and a half long, and he had only been playing the level from 0 for 10 minutes, this was pretty good for him. On Stream 2, he practiced for the first 40 minutes of the stream and then played from 0 for the next 30 minutes, and got 8%, then only a few minutes later got 10%, meaning he was a tenth of the way through the level. On Stream 3, he had only practiced for 15 minutes before getting his first major run, 76 to 100. This was a huge run, as his previous best was 89 to 100, which isn't very much. Later in the stream, he got his best run yet. He fluked to 19%, and then later got 8% again, meaning he had a new best of 19% after Stream 3. On Stream 4, it was not Diamond Blitz's day, as he only got 5% and 91 to 100, and was not making much progress. He quickly decided to end stream after only 30 minutes, as he wasn't progressing much. However, later on Stream 5, he was about to make huge progress. On Stream 5, after only 9 minutes of practice, he got 48 to 91. This is huge because the last 5% of the level is just an end screen, meaning he was only a few clicks away from the elusive 48 to 100. But he didn't stop there. Just 3 minutes later, he would finally get that 48 to 100 run. But that's not all. 20 minutes later, he would get 3 insane runs, 18 to 34, 24 to 67, and 39%, meaning he had the level down to just 3 runs. He also got other progress such as 13%, 24%, and 27%, and after getting another 89 to 100, he would end stream. Day 6 was also a good stream, getting a new best of 41% and later getting 34 to 100, finally getting the level down to just 2 runs. He spent the rest of the stream practicing as it was just a short stream and ended up getting really good at the ending of the level. Day 7 was all about going from 0. After a 78 to 100% run, he started the grind, and the results were shocking. After only a couple of attempts, he got 27% again. A couple of attempts later, 32. And then a new best, 58%. He fluked from 41 all the way to 58%, and he wasn't slowing down. Only 30 minutes later, he got 62%, then 70%, then 77%. He was on a roll, but it didn't last the whole stream, as he had gotten burnt out and wasn't playing well anymore. Only being able to get runs like 20%, he decided to end stream. This so far was his longest yet most successful stream yet, getting 77% in the stream lasting a whopping 4.5 hours. However, he had to take the next 3 days off because he wasn't feeling well. But after that, he was back on streams. 8, 9, and 10 were all good streams, getting good runs, but nothing of the likes of Stream 7. But still great progress, such as getting 13% 4 times, 29%, 34, 35, and 55% twice. He also got runs like 29 to 100 and 45 to 100, and then getting 89 to 100 4 times. However, Stream 11 is where it was all about to change. It started off like any other, with the usual practice run, and got an astounding 15% to 100, which was a sign that the level was certainly going to be verified soon. And after that, attempts from 0 started. However, he was making very quick progress, with runs like 35 and 42% being only 15 minutes into the stream. Then later, got 49%. Then, he started the God Run. This was crazy good, being only 1 hour into the stream. He was going 25%, 35%, getting past Benneken's section, which was perceived to be one of the hardest sections. Soon he got to 77. He was on a new best run. The chat was hyped. He was getting farther, 80, 85. But then he died at 91%. He choked at the last few clicks. However, unlike most, this did not discourage him. He was on too much of a high to quit. So he decided to push forward, and only 20 minutes later, this happened.
Yes! Oh my gosh! I just verified Isotope. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I just did it.
He did it. It had finally been verified. The chat was going crazy. Diamond Blitz was freaking out, and so were all the creators that could make it to stream. So Diamond Blitz sent the verified copy to Drynox to post on his profile. About 3 weeks later, it got rated. However, it took a really long time for the level to get placed on the demon list, around 3.5 months. But then, when it was placed, it got number 1 above Zodiac. It finally happened. Drynox, Diamond Blitz, the community, and the whole creating team were so excited. So this sounds really exciting. Everyone seemed hype, and this seemed like it was such a big deal in the community. So why does no one remember this level? Well, it's about what happened after Isotope got placed. As something that started off happy would have an ending that would change the course of how people remember this level. Tartarus, a level that had been taking a while to be verified, but finally got verified only a couple weeks after Isotope, and got rated much quicker, leading to the two of them being rated at similar times. And the real tragedy happened 5 hours after Isotope was placed on the demon list. 5 hours after, Tartarus got placed at number 1 on the demon list, pushing Isotope to number 2. But I mean, it was still a top 2 demon, right? Well, yes, however, Tartarus was very popular and overshadowed Isotope. But that's not all. Soon, over the span of 3 weeks, 5 new levels were placed in the top 15, some of which were very popular, and eventually people just forgot about Isotope and thought of it as another demon. Soon, many forgot about it entirely. And while doing research for the video, I couldn't find many opinions about the level after it got placed down at number 2. I mean, there was the stuff from when it was placed at number 1 and got verified, but really, I couldn't find anything else. So I had to reach out to people, and who better to reach out to than the creators of the level itself?
You know, it was a mix of emotions. On the one hand, I had a part in a top 1 level, but I do wish more people remembered it. But honestly, overall, I'm still happy with the results. Regardless of who remembers it, I still made an impact.
Honestly, it was really unfortunate, I'm not gonna lie. Because I'd spent so long verifying it, and then to see Tartarus dethrone it literally 5 hours later, it was a little unfortunate, I can't lie. But honestly, overall, I'm still happy with the experience, even if it did have a little bit of an unfortunate ending. Kind of like the ending of this video where you realized you were fooled. This was an April Fool's Day video. I spent a really long time on this, though, so if you wouldn't mind giving us a like and subscribing if you aren't already, I'd really appreciate it. And also, I wanted to put in real quick, if you are on mobile, if you could please hype this video. I haven't asked for that because I didn't figure out how to do it till recently, but yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you could. So thank you so much. And if you comment down below, leave it until after April Fool's Day if it's April Fool's related. I'm going to see how many people this video will trick. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!